Hail and well met friends, Andang here for the first episode of a brand new show called Tales of the Free Folk. And it has been a long time coming, but we are finally making it happen. We are doing a pen and paper role-playing show that is taking place in the Lord of the Rings online. And we're not actually in-game, we're doing an imaginary version of this in our own pen and paper style. And I am the game master, Andang. And I am joined by a bunch of awesome people, and let's go ahead and have them introduce the characters they will be playing. So let's start with Trish.
Oh my gosh! I thought somebody else would go first.
You're first
I was
on
thinking,
the hangout list.
I'll go by what somebody else does. All right. My character is named May Govanen. She's known as May, and she is a Teleri elf from Mithland, which is the Grey Havens. So that's the area where Círdan basically oversees. She's 600 years old, so she's very young. She hasn't seen a lot of the world. She's been basically sitting in this harbor where most of the people, well, everybody she sees basically are elves, and most of the people are actually leaving Middle-earth. So she is very curious. She has seen Gandalf. She's met Gandalf because he's come to visit. So she knows there's something going on. She's not quite sure what it is. And she decided to take off and head east and find out what's going on and see what's out there. She is a willowy elf. I mean, she's an elf, right? So willowy. She has white hair, but and used to have it long in the style that we're accustomed to seeing. But she actually cut it off really short because of the fact that she was going into the unknown and didn't know what to expect. So she's got very short hair, and dressed probably not yet appropriately for what is facing her, although she's not sure, she doesn't know what's facing her, so she could only take what was on hand, which is basically a lot of blues and grays and cloths, no metal on her whatsoever. And she's a minstrel. She's a street performer and a healer. She knows about herbs and that, and also is a musician. So is that enough?
Yeah, that's great. And a reminder, or not a reminder, a cool thing that happened is Greymaster actually handcrafted all the classes for us, and hats off to him for doing that. We actually created minstrels and champions and all those kind of things to mimic Lotro, and so it's really cool that he helped us do that. He's also helped create the story, so hats off to Greymaster. All right, Terry.
Okay, fine. I wanted to go last.
You're next on the hangout list. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, not my fault. Terry Adwin is a young woman, about 18, 19 years old, ostensibly from Gondor, she thinks, maybe. She doesn't actually know where she's from. Once upon a time when she was very little, her parents were killed and she was taken away from her homeland to be plunked down in the town of Bree with people that she's been told are her aunt and uncle. And so she's a champion, and she actually looks like her little character portrait here in the hangout, because I rolled a new Terry and took pictures. She is a little hot-tempered, likes to drink, has some teenage rebellion things going on. She likes to get hammered and get into fights. She's ended up in the Bree jail a couple of times. But she always gets sprung for some mysterious reason. And she's best friends with Aerother.
Awesome.
Yay.
All right, and Carve, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Carvet. I will be playing the part of the Dwarven Guardian, Carvet, who is a staunch dwarf who is an explorer. He is not really accepted by either any of the Dwarven factions because he's more at home in field and forest than he is underground in a mine. Although that has led him to explore the lands of Eriador from the Grey Havens all the way to the mountains of Moria. He understands the land, he understands where he's at, but he also understands there's a lot of danger out there, so he's cautious. He takes his time and has no problem sitting and dwelling on something before he makes a decision. Typically, you'll find Carvette clad in leather traveling clothes, usually a craftsman's robe, leather hat with a wide brim, backpack with various sundry forestry and prospecting tools hanging off it, leather boots, thick soles. Never one to be far from his lists. He probably has a wad of paper with ingredients on it as far as where he's going, how long he's going to be, what kind of materials he'll need on the way, etc., etc. And he didn't generally keeps his wits about him because he always wants to make sure he knows what he's getting into before he does.
All right. Awesome. Pineleaf.
All right, my character is Pineleaf Needles. I know, huge shock. And I am a warden living in Stattle, which is, well, I guess most of you know where Stattle is, just to the east of Bree, which is a hobbit village. And in this case, Pineleaf is a constable in Stattle. So therefore, I tend to be, at least when on duty, I'm dressed appropriately, where I will be carrying with me, I usually have with me a shield and 3 throwing spears. And that's how I'm usually prepared, with a little bit of leather armor, of course, so that when the flies sting from the swamp, they don't penetrate too deeply into my skin.
It's a good plan.
Yes, so therefore I'm basically a dutiful constable there. I try to do my best for the people within the town, and I've been hearing stories and rumors of all sorts of nasty things, especially spiders and stuff like this. So I've been lately checking in rumors like that. I have not yet quite believed any of the rumors that there are nastier things like goblins or anything like that, but who knows what we'll find out there. But I have been actively investigating rumors of spiders because they have recently begun to get stirred, even though they've been quiet of late. So we're wondering what is going on there. So that's what's been working on at the moment. Between them and the black wolves, there's plenty of things on my plate at the moment.
I would say so.
Yes, and we also, I am the 4th of 5 children. My younger brother is a bit of a scoundrel type, and my eldest sister, she's the mother of my niece, and my niece is in her tweens, and she's been taking up art. She sort of like tries to take up after me and all over, thinking of joining the guard herself and all that stuff, and she's been learning archery.
All right. Erithert.
Okie dokie. My character, shockingly enough, is named Erithert. Invented. So Erithert, this character, was born of a ranger and a woman of the North Downs. His mother died in childbirth. His father couldn't really take care of him because ranger. And he was raised in Bree, apprenticed to Haywood the Smith. His father would visit regularly when he was around Breetown, which ranger sort of was around pretty often. But when Erithert was 16, he suddenly stopped visiting. So 2 years later, when he finished his whole apprentice to blacksmith thing, Erithert decided he was going to set out to find out what happened to his father. And until then, he would be working at the blacksmith at Bree, but also joining the Breetown Guard to kind of get his adventurousy skills up and to learn to fight and stuff like that. He figured he's going to go be a ranger too, so he's got to learn how to fight and stuff like that. So he joined the Breetown Guard and is a regular there. I guess as far as appearance, it depends on what he's doing. If he's in Breetown Guard, he's in Breetown Guard uniform. If he's blacksmithing, he's probably wearing his best clothes. And probably not. He's like in an apron and stuff.
That's funny.
But preferred weapon of sword and shield, or whatever happens to be lying around.
Or whatever's around.
Definitely has like, as far as like thoughts and stuff. He definitely has like he's still comparatively naive. He's very impulsive, and has a strong defend the weak, ain't nobody touching my hobbits thing going on. Which doesn't work too well when the hobbits lag behind when he runs forward into something. But we'll see how it works. And has this basic, I guess, people are good thing. Basic belief in the goodness of people.
All right, awesome. That is our team. We have 5 current players that are in the game right now already. So, our story does begin with a blacksmith in Bree named Erithert that we just met, who's touching his chest and is having a lot of fun. I don't know, I'm just watching you, Erithert, and it's funny to see your reaction.
I'm in a little tiny picture in the corner of the screen. I gotta make best use of it I can.
You're stuck in a box. Alright, so anyway, our story does begin in Bree at a local blacksmith, and Arthur is hard at work on the latest piece that he has to be making. And he's just minding his own business, and all of a sudden, a dwarf walks up to him and says,
I'm going to ask you this question one time and one time only. Have you illicitly taken a sword of dwarven craftsmanship from one of my brethren?
No. Not at all. What are you talking about?
I've had a hard day. I've been going back and forth all over Breeland, because one of my brethren up the Greenway has lost a blade that was a commission. It is missing. I've asked all of the other blacksmiths, and you're the last one on my list. So you're telling me that fine blade that's resting on table over yonder is of your own make?
Yes.
Don't try to hide it behind your back. I see what you're doing.
Nope, I made that one. That's mine.
Would you mind if I have a look at it? I've been around dwarves for a long time, and I can tell if you're lying.
Sure.
Don't hurt yourself, boy. It's a small sword, not a long sword. I inspect the blade. I see that, in fact, it does have some dwarvish technique.
Alright, what do you want to do?
I accuse him of stealing the blade. You're lying to me, I can tell. This has much finer craftsmanship than the dribble I see coming out of most Breeland blacksmith shops.
It's okay. Here's the thing, Shorty.
Oh! Dwarven scowl.
I learned blacksmithing from this guy in Bree here. They're not the best. Whatever. But my dad was a ranger, and they have epic stuff. And so he showed me some stuff when he visited. I haven't seen him in a while, so it doesn't look like their stuff exactly, but I made it.
If I had a copper for every time I've heard that my dad was a ranger bit, I might have enough to buy an ale.
I'm gonna get my hammer and smack you.
Are you brandishing a hammer at me, young lad?
Yes.
Alright, and just as you say that, a Bree guard from across the way comes up to you and says, "Hey, both of you, follow me. You're under arrest. You have the right to remain free folk of Middle-earth. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of the town jail. Now follow me." And he takes you off to the jail.
Gets worse every month. Breetown quotas.
Seriously. And I know these people too. I work with them. Imagine
That's
getting
true.
arrested by your coworkers. Sucks.
That's terrible.
Not fun, not fun.
So this guard takes you off to the jail, and on the way he gets a couple more guards to help take the dwarf in particular over to the jail. And once you get there, they take you inside and put you both in different cells because you were both fighting, so obviously they're not going to put you in the same cell. and you can tell that it's a relatively nice jail, as far as jails go, but it's not a
far as
place you really
jails
want to
go.
be too long.
I look around my cell. Do I see anything that's made of metal, like a
Uh,
cup or?
the bars to the jail cell that are metal.
Okay. Is there anything else in the cell with me?
There is nothing in the cell with you, but there is Aerithert across the way. There's another criminal that is known to be a known murderer by you, Aerithert. You know that this guy has murdered some people. And there's also an elf named May, although you guys don't know her name yet, in another cell.
Can we use the dwarf's hard head to smack her way out?
I should know there would be an elf in here. Guard! I am thirsty. This is a misunderstanding. My blood sugar was low. I just need some. I'm not normally this grumpy.
Who is that
All
little
right,
man
so
over there?
you guys are in the jail for a while. Over the course of time, you guys probably talk to each other. Is there anything you guys want to say to each other? Particularly this.
Dwarf before, so I'm like, he's totally fascinating to me. I mean, just like
The
he's
short elf
like,
with a beard.
I've just never seen anything like that, and the beard and the attitude, and I mean, nobody's ever talked like that around me. That's really strange. Aerithert, I like him. He's a nice guy. He's one of the better men I've met so far.
Okay, are you wanting to tell them how you ended up in this predicament?
Well, I suppose I
And
don't know
who are
if the
you
little
telling?
man's even
Telling.
gonna want to pay attention. I'm gonna tell Aerithert because I'm not sure that the
Okay.
little man is really very. He doesn't seem to like me very much.
Little
Alright.
man sees
So-
sideways glances from the elf and says, "What's the matter? Can't handle a real beard."
Facial hair confuses me. I'm not sure about that. I've
Well,
never really
considering how
seen
you've
it.
given your
Well,
backstory
except for
to
Gandalf, you know.
Well,
But,
and
Well,
Kieran,
but my
Kieran-
character named him Shipwright.
right?
oh, that's true. That's true. I was thinking that the elves were all clean shaven, but that's right. Círdan would have.
Okay.
I don't know.
So,
Maybe not.
what are you wanting to say to Aerithert?
Because it's Círdan. So yeah, I was basically exploring around Bree and came upon a group of men who were they were abusing a boar. I mean, it was needless. They basically, I tried to find out what they were doing and why they were being so harsh and mean and horrible to the boar. And I don't know, there was something about meat for the families, and I understand that. I mean, we're not vegetarians or anything. I mean, I get that, but they're apparently they just don't understand how to do this kind of thing humanely. And I got angry. I got really angry, and the next thing I know, I'm being grabbed, and I ended up here. So I'm just sort of, and I don't know what's going to happen next.
Boy, Bree really has some strict laws.
Well, they really like their boars, so that makes sense. Aerithert, do you want to say anything after she
I
just
think
told
it's the,
all that?
I can confirm that there is a quota for the Breetown Guard. Whatever.
Well, apparently so, yes.
But I mean, I'm also gonna say like,
These
it's
are much
not
more
exactly
relaxed
like
than
you
staff.
get in there and you stay in there forever. So I know people. Get out.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Way
well,
too
that's
long.
good to know.
Yeah. So I mean, well, they'll probably keep us in there just day, overnight. I don't know. Hopefully they keep the dwarf longer. That'd be funny.
I was having a bad day.
All right, and so another day passes, and it's now the evening. And May, you've noticed that this guard has been playing your lute day after day that you've been in the cell, and he's playing
Unsanitary.
it. He's playing it right now, and he's having.
He's playing it really
He's
badly
playing
too.
it really badly. And he's having a little trouble knowing how to use the instrument. He doesn't really get the whole music thing. And there's another guard that's listening to him and really begging him to stop, but he's still playing. And all of a sudden, you guys just get this weird feeling, and you can tell the guards get it too. And there's a guard that just runs into the room and says that Bree is under attack by some unknown people that are just these black shadow type people. And so he actually asked the guards to come with him. And so now the jail is empty of
Take me
guards.
with you. I'm a guard.
And one of the guards set down the loot, and so it is just sitting there on one of the tables. And Terry,
Yay me!
earlier in the day, you actually had heard that Erithert had been taken in because you know Erithert, like we said earlier, and you decided that you're going to try to do something about it. But before night falls, you get an invite from a person in Bree that's trying to recruit you into a kinship. They're trying to recruit you into Riders of the Lost Mark.
What?
What are you wanting to
I've
say
never
to them?
heard of these people.
All right, so I'm guessing you declined their invite.
Right.
Okay, and so you just decline and make your way on to the jail. And you're kind of sneaky, and you stick around for a while, and you realize that these guards just leave. And so you saw that whole thing from the outside. What do you want to do?
I'm not really that sneaky. They're just used to seeing me around. Well, they're going that away. Am I going to count to make sure that's all of them? 1, 2. Yep, that's all of them. I'm going to go in and open some cells.
All right. So you are able to go into the jail, no problem, it's not locked. And you see what I already described earlier, the 4 people that are in jail.
Yes.
You also know from experience of being in the jail where the guards keep the keys, and they
Yes.
are in the jail. So I'm assuming you grabbed them.
Yes, I'm going to grab the keys and I'm going to let out Erithert.
All right, roll to see if you can.
Oh, what am I rolling?
You can be rolling
No.
either.
Get the dwarf out first, because if you get him out first, you can use his face to open my cell.
I'm not letting that guy out first. I don't know who he is.
Dwarven scowl goes across the room to Erithert.
You can roll athletics, stealth, or probably something else if you want to make an argument for it.
Stealth to turn a key in a lock? I like it.
She's something observational.
And it's not a very high requirement, so you probably won't need your modifier.
I'm just rolling a d20, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go with athletics. I got athletics.
Okay.
I rolled a 10.
All right, that is good enough to open the gate, and Erithert is able to make his way out. So now 2 of you are now free.
I'm going to hand him the keys. Look,
And
I got you out. I don't know where the guards went, but here's the keys.
Sweet.
And a reminder to everybody to put your roles in the chat so that we can have some surprise for the audience.
Okay.
All right, and so you let him out. Now I'm guessing you want to let other people out.
While these 2 monkeys are fumbling around with the keys, I'm looking around the room to see if there's any other doors that might lead us to something like an armory. I'm assuming they're going to let me out. I'm going to
You've stayed around in the jail for a while, and roll to see if you know where the armory is. Roll a perception check.
Let's see, perception check plus my modifier, which tells me that I'm getting a 16.
16. All right. You know that there is, in another part of the town, a place where they keep all the weapons and all that stuff. They purposely keep it out of the jail because in the past they've had issues with people trying to break out. And you know that that is one of the heavily fortified places in Bree, and it would be really hard to get anything out of there. All right. Anybody else want to do anything, like let somebody else out of jail?
Yeah, I'm gonna let this elf person out of jail because she seemed nice and stuff.
Okay.
And I'm like,
Terry gives you the
Ah.
keys.
actually gotten in for, and she told us her story, so she seems nice. I'll let her out.
All right. Roll to see if you
Cool.
can.
Which one is this? Straight 20?
Or you can do stealth or athletics.
I'm gonna do 20 plus. Da 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 da.
Alright, that is enough to open the gates, and you let May out of jail.
Yay, me.
Can I go pick up my loot, or do I have to roll to find out if I?
You
Wait,
can go
what's
pick
your
up
name
your loot.
again?
It's just sitting out, so you can go pick it up.
All right.
Elfie thing.
Perfect.
What's your name again?
What were you saying, Aerithert?
May? Just May?
Just May. Well, there's
Do you go
more,
by
but
name
just
1 month of the year? 'Cause then-
No.
Okay.
What?
Never mind. Different month names. It's a joke you wouldn't get.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
month
true.
names.
It's different months in Middle Earth. Alright, alright, so you guys let those people out. Do you want to do anything else?
I do realize there was a bit of a misunderstanding earlier. I would appreciate being let out of my cell, please.
What do you think, Terry?
I don't know this guy. Who is he?
He's a dwarf that
He's a funny
was
little
accusing
man.
me of stealing his sword. He's funny?
I
He
am
is
a
a funny
dwarf.
little man.
Is there a reason he's in here that we know that he's supposed to be in here?
Aerithert could tell you.
That's what I'm
Well-
asking Aerithert. That's my question to Aerithert.
I wouldn't really have arrested him.
Okay, well, if you wouldn't have arrested him, then he can be let go.
Yeah, he'll be entertainment for May.
The murderer is begging to be let out. He really wants to get out of jail. He's saying, "Hey, you guys, let me out of here. I didn't do anything wrong. All those rumors are wrong."
I only killed 20, not 50.
Tell it to the judge.
He's not a serial killer. He's just a murderer.
There's some pretty unsavory types outside of Breetown.
I only
The
killed
shit
one.
where-
Hey, it's grain harvest time. You have to be worried about serial killers.
Oh.
Alright, and while you guys are talking to this guy, you hear terrible noises outside of jail, and you probably think that it's about time to get going.
Okay. We're going to see if we can get Carve out of jail.
Okay? That is good enough.
Sweet.
So you are able to let Carve out of the jail, and
Pretty sure the role requirement was like 0 for this.
you guys do notice that there is on a table the body bag of the murderer that's just sitting around, and you guys don't have any materials right now.
Wait,
do you
like
want to
his
get
dead
the
body?
bag?
Or is
No,
there
no,
a
no,
dead
just
body
the
in
bag.
there?
You saw earlier
Just
them
the
take
bag.
the body out, and it's not in there anymore.
So it's a used bag?
It is a
Used body
used
bag?
body bag.
Sounds tasty. Let's
I'm
take
not
it.
touching it.
Alright, Aerithert, you take it.
All right.
I'm examining the room for any other contents that would be useful, since the guards seem to have taken all my gear. I want to see if I can find any of it,
Alright,
and or perhaps something useful.
okay. Roll to see if you can. That would be under Insight.
Okay, well, if we're calling that insight,
Unless there's something else you want it to be.
I was going to go with perception again.
That would work.
Checking things out, man.
Check it out.
Alright.
Okay, you do notice over in the corner there's actually a shield that is just sitting there for some reason.
I'll take it.
Alright, you now have a shield. So that is a thing that just happened. What do you guys want to do now?
Let's get out of here and then regroup somewhere and decide what to do. It's crazy things going on in Bree. I think we should head out. Well, I don't know, the nearest exit is South Breeze. There's entirely too many guards there still, and they won't leave their post. So probably if we go out the east side, we can like regroup in the little woods out there and figure out what the next move is. Because
Alright.
There's stuff
Aerithert, do you
going on
want
in Bree.
to roll a tactics skill to see if you can make a plan?
I have to roll a tactics skill to see if I'm able to make a plan.
Well, you might be able
Sounds
to make a better
great.
plan.
20, right?
Yep, d20 plus whatever your tactics is. And if it's nothing, then it's -1.
While he's rolling, does this shield have any kind of recognizable device on it that would tie it back to the Bree jail?
There is markings that it's clearly a Bree jail shield.
Bree guard shield.
Mm-hmm. Do you still want it?
I'm on the lamb now. I'm gonna put it back.
Okay. All right, and that is good enough to know that you actually have a secret stash, Arthur. You couldn't believe that you forgot about this, but you have a secret
No,
stash.
I didn't forget about it. I was gonna get out before I confessed I was leaving town, but that's okay.
All right.
Now we all know you have a secret stash.
Yeah. So you can keep that to yourself, or you can let everybody else know. Up to you.
Okay, so basically, here's the thing, Terry. This is probably more important for you. The other people, you probably don't care about me at all. But you know how like my dad stopped coming around a couple years ago?
Uh-huh.
I was planning on going out and finding him, and I was actually planning on leaving like next week sometime. But I'm thinking now might be a good time to leave.
Wait. You were going to leave and not tell me?
No, I was gonna tell you.
Okay.
Because it's a lot earlier than I expected, but I do have a stash of stuff in Staddle. Alliteration for the win.
Great, a poet.
Sagsan from the chat says, if you get in jail for arguing, I'd hate to think what would happen if you stole from them.
Yeah, there's that.
Well, we're not going to stick around to find out.
All right, so you guys start to make your way out of the town towards Staddle. Roll to see if you can make it out of town. This would be a
Just a
stealth
group roll.
check, because there's all sorts of stuff going around in the city.
Okay, well if
And this is everybody.
Terry, do you have a stealth?
Oh, are we doing a 20?
modifier?
Do I have a stuff?
We
Yeah,
all
everybody
because
roll.
we're moving as a group.
Yeah, how
Everybody roll a d20 and see what it.
And
what
then
you get.
whatever our
And
stealth is.
remember that you have to
Whatever your
-1 if you don't
modifier
have
is.
anything in stealth.
Oh God! I've been sitting still for too long. This is not going to end well.
Oh
what
wow!
could
You
possibly
guys
go
are
wrong?
okay.
Stealth?
All
What
right.
stealth?
Not stealthy at all. But that makes sense that the dwarf would not be
It
stealthy.
does.
So there's that.
Yeah, actually, this is all totally in character so far.
All right, guys. The dwarf.
Kinda
the dwarf
is,
rolled-
yeah.
The
Breaking
dwarf.
the fourth wall for those of you guys.
Do we put like something over the dwarf's mouth while we try to get out of town so he doesn't?
They're actually in
like-
the body bag. If you guys looked in it, you could find a gag.
So we can gag the dwarf.
You can if you want.
You can try.
I
mean,
know, that's
the
what I'm
dwarf is
worried
the only
about.
one of us.
You'll
I
make a lot
don't
of
think I
noise,
want
probably.
If I were
I don't-
you, I would
I mean,
just
I don't want to
move
be any less
quickly
humane
and
to
go
the
along
dwarf
with
than
it.
I.
Couple things. Number one,
I
I
don't wanna
think
be,
Carv
you
is
know.
the only one of us who, in character, would think to look in the body bag. And I think we should get out of here because of the noise. And the dwarf and Terry can trip on stuff, and me and the elf can be all quiet.
All right.
If
So
I make a
you-
noise, everybody's just going to think I'm drunk again anyway, so it's fine.
You
Exactly.
guys make your way out of the jail and start to make your way around a corner. And Carve, you actually are making a lot of noise. And Trish, you actually see a guard around the corner. And make an athletics check to see if you can quiet the dwarf in time.
I don't know who this Trish is you're talking about, but okay, I'll do that.
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Carv is muttering under his breath, and Neo Cudzle about the absolute mistreatment of the
Oh, yeah,
dwarven.
that's right.
Oh wow!
That's right.
Yes, you make him quieter than he has ever been. and
Tell me
Carv is shocked by her elven scent.
and you show him the
She's been
guard.
hanging out at
He
Kierdan's
understands.
Bath and Body Wash shop.
He understands instantly, and you guys start to make your way out of town towards Staddle.
Mavish, the new scent for the elf who needs quiet.
And you guys are trying to remain pretty quiet. And you're getting very close to the city of Staddle. Everyone make another stealth check.
You want me to make a stealth check? I'll give you a stealth check. Check, please.
Alright, that is still good enough. Because you're an elf.
What, is she going to exercise in quiet?
I thought this wasn't that kind of show.
Okay. So, in front of you guys, you actually see a hobbit with his back to you. And
Ooh.
Yeah, we got to stab
Her.
Terry,
With her
We got
back
this.
to us.
you recognize this hobbit, and you know that it knows your secret about the mayor. And if it sees you, that's going to be you're going to end up in Staddle jail. You know that for a fact.
Who's this, Terry?
Yeah, Terry knows this.
Is
So
there a secret about the mayor?
this hobbit knows that your personal secret about your relationship with the mayor.
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay. You need to silence that hobbit.
All right. What do you want to do?
Body
You
bag,
guys
body
have a gag and a body bag.
Let's send in the dwarf as bait to make him turn around.
I've got
And
nothing against that
then
hobbit.
I'll come in from the other side. And
Well, he's already got his back to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we just need
send the
to
dwarf around the
sneak
long
up
way.
and put the body bag on him.
Just sneak up behind him and put the bag over her head.
All right, who wants to do that? Nobody wants to volunteer? All
I'm
right,
not-
There's
Terry,
the
you're the
smallest
one that suggested it.
I've got nothing against this hobbit.
Terry, you make an athletics
Down.
check.
That's a good sign.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna end
I think we'll
great.
do this
All right.
my way, maybe.
You start to walk up towards the hobbit, and you've got the bag prepared, and all of a sudden you trip on it. Make an athletics check to see if you save yourself.
Because rolling more dice is totally going to fix this problem.
Totally gonna fix it.
I got a backup plan. I don't think we should. I think we should just go with this.
All right, you actually are able to catch yourself because it was just a bag that you were tripping over, and it's not a very big body bag for some reason. And you're able to actually bag Pine Leaf.
Now, personally, I think this whole
There should be a
plan
listen check
insulting
on
me
Pine Leaf for
without
the
giving me so
noise.
much
You
of
should
a
have
safety
gagged her-
check
you
or
should have
perception
gagged her
check or anything
first.
like that is ridiculous.
Sorry, Pine Leaf, it's hilarious. So you're kidnapped.
Oh, sorry, story
can I
trumps
pick up the
rules.
I'm
dwarf?
sorry, Pine Leaf.
Can I pick up the dwarf
I
and
mean, there
throw it
are
at the
100
hobbit?
ways to handle this, and you
Get
just...
the gag out. Get the gag out.
The gag's
So
in there at
Pine
the
Leaf,
hobbit.
Roll to see if you
You
make it.
give it the way that's most likely going to make me hate the party. That's the way you chose.
Oh, that's a good point.
You chose the only way that's going to have me never work for the party.
All right.
Just telling you.
Yep.
Wasn't
So you're
my idea.
kidnapped. But Pine
I
Leaf,
wanted to throw the dwarf at him and knock him down.
roll an
Alright.
insight check, or I mean an athletics check actually, to see if you are able to keep your weapons and stuff.
Mm-hmm. An athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah, because I'm not taking your weapons away. You just have to, like, grab hold when I bag you.
He was holding him, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had his
Yes,
spirit
yes,
shield. in
let's
hand.
put an armed hobbit guard into a bag. The armed
That
hobbit
was your
guard
guys'
can
plan.
slice out of-
17.
This is why
all
you
I
right.
guys
had no. Hey,
never let
listen.
me plan anything.
I was sitting there watching, going, I don't have anything against the hobbit lass. Maybe we
Finally-
can talk our way out of this.
You are definitely keeping your weapons. So now, is there anything that you want to do, Pineleaf? And Arthur, you have your hand up.
I thought you had me inside of a bag.
You are.
Hey, what's going on?
Alright, Pineleaf's making some noise. What do you guys want to do?
Sick the elf
Question.
silencer on him.
Question.
Yes.
Those things. One is, is this bag cleaned on the inside?
It has not been cleaned. It is the bloodiest, grossest bag you've ever seen.
Oh
So-
God!
Reeking, smelling bad.
Yeah.
Would that reeking,
awful.
smelling bad be enough to knock him out?
Talk about
Or out?
alienating. Oh.
I will let you roll to see if it does. No modifier.
The stench roll?
Check.
Let me check
It's
my
a disease check.
My
Disease
God! I mean,
check.
I got thrown in jail for the treatment of a boar, and you guys
That's a
are
creative
like,
idea. Roll to see if it worked.
Who's rolling this?
You are, Arthur.
What, the 20?
Because you can't. Yeah, just roll a d20 without any modifiers.
Sounds legit. Not making this.
ooh.
Wow. Okay, Pineleaf is knocked out.
It wasn't my
Stench is
smell.
so bad.
Alright. The guy killed was already sweaty when he died.
I mean, this is a littler person than the little man that's with us, and I just feel really bad for him.
It's
Her.
okay. We're taking
Feel
you
really
to a
bad for her.
skirmish.
You
We're
guys
taking
are
you to a
freaked
skirmish,
out
Hobbit.
that you guys saw Terry do this, and you're freaked out, and so you guys just start running, and Terry starts running with you guys.
With
Away
the
from
Hobbit
Terry,
bump
or
along.
You guys.
oh,
Terry
I'm following
starts
Arthur.
running with you guys, and you
Arthur
guys are
said
just
he's got the
running
staff.
as a group away.
Yeah, okay. Seems legit.
And you guys actually don't realize where you're running to. You are just freaked out and wanting to get the heck away. All of a sudden, you start hearing the noise of Kneekerbreaker. And you realize you've been hearing that noise for about an hour. And Pineleaf, roll to see if you're able to wake yourself up and see anything.
He'd probably stab his javelin through the bag.
Yeah.
Right.
Or slice through the spearhead.
If I could see anything, you said?
Yep,
Well,
that would
let's see
be
what that would
insight
be.
probably.
Yeah, why? There's no chance for us to be like, yo, Terry, what are you doing? Or do we just all lose our
You
minds?
guys will get a chance to
We
talk.
panicked.
Yeah, we're still carrying Pineleaf. Who's in the bag?
You are. Which one of you are carrying Pineleaf, by the way? I need to know
Terry.
I'm
Terry.
carrying Pine Leaf very
Okay.
carefully.
very carefully. All right, Pineleaf. You are able to see through the bag one figure. And you probably know what this figure is. Roll a history check or something like that.
A history check?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Or a bestiary or a people
Yeah.
check.
People check.
Skepticism in his voice.
People check would work too.
Right, okay. Let's see. Alright, that'll be a 10 then.
All right. As a former guard, you realize that this is actually a goblin scout. Your
Actually,
worst.
she's a current guard, isn't she? In
Uh,
Seattle?
Yeah,
is.
I could see a goblin scout through
Well,
this
that's
bag. Through my
There's
head.
a hole in the bag and you can see through it.
There's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the bag.
So what do you want to
Finally
do,
sees a goblin scout, and he lets out a hobbit shout.
Well, okay.
over there, ready for battle.
Very well. I will yell out, Goblins!
All right. So you yell out goblins. Probably not the best idea since the goblin scout might not have seen you.
Well, yes, but you gotta remember, I'm currently distraught.
You are distraught.
And the bag muffles the noise.
All right, rest
Probably
of the
That's
upside
true.
party.
The
down,
bag
too.
does muffle the noise. That's right.
You still have a little bit of time before the goblin gets close enough. What do you guys want to do? The rest of you.
Finally, he's facing
I haven't
backwards.
seen
The rest of
you
us are
yelling
going
about
forward.
goblins, guys.
Huh?
She said nonchalantly.
Who knows what about goblins? What?
What are you guys going to do?
Does anybody see goblins? The Hobbit's yelling something about goblins.
Wait a second.
Roll
Okay.
to see if you guys can see goblins.
Who's rolling this?
The whole group.
All of us.
All of us simultaneously?
What is that
Sounds
under?
great.
People?
That
Is it a
would
people?
be-
What
one?
happened to going to my stash?
That'd be insight or stuff like that.
I'm a guardian, and I'm going to use my ability on watch,
Insight.
which
Where's
costs
insight?
1 power. And then after a successful perception check, I can ask, are there any foes nearby beyond the goblin that we've already heard about?
All right.
What happened to going to my stash? I want
Well,
to try that.
Erithert, I'm glad you brought that up. You actually remember that you guys went to your stash.
So we can't have combat because we got nothing. That's right. Just
And
broke the
there
whole
I was
you
back.
gonna
actually
get. I was
found-
Ready to roll chat.
wing a hobbit in a bag at goblins. Because that's all we got.
Well, Pineleaf was
Nope.
knocked out because Pineleaf didn't realize this, and we were telling the story through Pineleaf. You guys did actually stop at your stash,
Okay.
and inside,
At my stash, I've got a few things that I was gonna stuff. Some things that I've kind of like piled up over the years because like a spare place in Staddle. I've only got about 100 silver, I think, something like that. Unless somebody came and took some.
it's 100 copper.
100 copper. Sweet. I can't count. either.
Silver would have been nice.
It would have been nice. I've got my boyhood shield that I learned on.
You do have a childhood shield. What do you want to do with it?
Yeah, I mean, you can have that one, Carve. It fits you.
Aha! Aha! Aha!
I got another.
You could use this
small
for a
shield.
dinner plate, lad.
Got another small shield. May, you can have this one. And I've got
Great.
my backup shield. I'll take this one. I've got a couple swords. Well, I got a couple swords and an axe. Axe is mainly for cutting stuff down with, but Carve, I guess you can have this one. Swords. Oh, Terry, you use 2, right?
Right.
You can have these.
Chinese.
I've got a shield, and that's
And
it.
Erithert,
I do have like a small little ball peen hammer
yep.
stuff, but I'll have that and put that in my belt for when I'm going to repair armor, which will probably never happen.
And you guys also have travel rations that were there in the stash for your journey, Erithert, that you'd already prepared. And you also have a pouch of pipeweed that you can
yeah.
share with the rest of the party or keep to yourself.
Oh, what kind of pipeweed is it again?
It's Southland.
It's like boring Bree pipeweed.
Yeah.
Cool. We might need to give some of that to the Hobbit to keep it calm.
All right. So anyway, Erithert, you remembered that happened, and
Yeah, that happened, you guys. You now have weapons. I've got a shield. That's about it.
So anyway, there is a goblin that's coming towards you guys.
A
What do
round
you want to do?
shield. My shield is round. It's important.
All right. What are you guys going to do?
What shape is my shield? Your child's trinket. Is it like the shape of a
Because-
teddy bear?
Now, I've always used a round shield. In this case.
Because you guys actually noticed that Pineleaf did indeed see a goblin, but there's actually 2. And they're both goblin scouts.
Did Carve do his check? Are we doing that?
Yeah, you guys were able to do your check, and let's see. Aerithur, is that 19 part of this check? No, you got 6 this time. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's... Yeah.
So yeah, Terry and Trish, you both at the same time are able to see the both the goblins, and they are closing
Oh
in
my.
on you guys. What are you wanting to do?
Well, Maven, you've never seen a goblin, have you?
No, I mean I'm stepping back. I'm looking for a bush to hide behind.
All right.
You're like, oh, it's
I got this shield and my loot. I mean I got nothing.
Everybody, roll a d20 to see what order you go in.
No modifiers, right?
No. And carve.
It broke. Lag.
Like,
Okay. Carve, you are first up. What do you want to do?
The goblins have definitely noticed, and they're approaching.
Yep.
Ugh.
They heard a hobbit yell. They definitely noticed. And they're actually close enough now to where you can tell that they are spear-throwing goblin scouts.
Oh,
Good.
great. There's only one way to handle these guys. Shield in front. Hatchet at the ready. I charge the nearest goblin.
All right. Roll to see if you hit him. Okay, you definitely hit him. See how much damage you do.
That's what? I forget. D6?
That's your D6, yep. Okay, you actually kill him. And so you actually drive your sword through the goblin
Hatchet.
and are able to kill him.
Yeah, he's got an axe.
I asked him a
It
question.
is like an axe.
Yeah,
Like a solid axe.
asked him
not like
questions.
a dinky axe.
Yeah, I asked him a question, and he didn't like it. So
All right. And finally, if you rolled 2, okay, good. Just making sure. All right, since Terry went first, put in the chat first with that tie. She gets to
Oh,
go.
that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it totally matters. So I'm
She's still
attacking the other
she's still
goblin.
holding back Pine Leaf at this point, right?
She is. She can set him down if she wants. Or even let
Yes,
him out if she wants.
well,
let him out. Let him out.
do I
He's
have
got
time to let him
spears.
out and charge goblin?
That would be a minor action, so yeah, I'll let you do that.
Okay. I'll let Pine Leaf out, and then I'm going to go charge the goblin.
Okay, first
Drops
roll
him.
to see if you can let Pineleaf out, because you might get tangled in that.
Seriously?
That would be an athletics check.
That athletic debagging of Hobbit, yo.
Okay,
Oh,
you
yeah.
are able to really effectively get him out of the bag.
she rips it with her bare hands.
And is there anything you want to say to the hobbits?
Sorry, goblin!
Sorry.
Alright, Pineleaf, is there anything you want to say back?
Ouch! You're pulling my bun.
Such a diva. Good heavens.
Goblin.
Alright, so Terry, let's see if you can attack him. Oh man. Is that a critical roll?
I think
Yes,
it
that's
hits.
a natural 20 plus my 2.
Nice.
Plus your what?
I get
Plus
plus
your
1
2.
for my skill and plus 1 for my might.
Alright, roll your damage and I'll let you tell what happens to the goblin.
Decapitated, most likely.
This is gonna. I'll tell you what. This is gonna make Pineleaf forgive her, given it's a goblin.
Alright, you are able to kill him.
Okay, so sorry, goblin! And I go charging at the goblin, swords at the ready, and shing shing! And the goblin flies into 3 pieces.
Into 3 pieces. Alright. And so now you guys have a little bit of time to talk, but you can hear noises in the distance. Clearly, something has heard Pineleaf's yell.
Ooh, we need
Sure
to get
wasn't
out of here.
Terry's yell?
I think they would have heard the other yells and the death cries of the goblin, although Carvet didn't make any noise when he charged because he knew these spear throwers were going to raise an alarm.
We need to get out of here.
I say we need to backtrack and come in the opposite direction. I'm listening to see what direction the goblins are coming from.
All right. Roll
Do
to
we
see
know
if
what goblin, like, does he have successful ears?
he needs to find out.
Oh, we're rolling.
Rollin', 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 keep them dice a rollin', rawhide.
All right. They're still pretty far away. You're pretty sure you heard them from the same direction that the other scouts had come from.
I said we go the other direction then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm thinking
agree.
we go back to Staddle. What's the deal with this hobbit? Hi, hobbit. What's your name?
I would think that you'd know me by now.
Maybe not. You've been
I
bagged
remember
and you've been knocked out.
My friend put you in a bag. I'm terribly sorry about that. Was not
You guys
any
have
of the
never
rest of our
met before,
ideas.
have you?
Just want to distance myself from that right off the bat.
Okay.
Terribly sorry.
Pine Leaf Needles. Constable Pine Leaf Needles.
Ow.
Yes.
Heard
Well,
of you.
that's all fine and good, but if we want to have our pleasantries without a goblin dagger on our backs, I suggest we move post-haste.
Why don't we fight
Well-
the goblins?
Or
Shouldn't
could
we
just
scout
fight
the goblin camp and find out what's going on?
You can do that if you want.
I mean, goblins around here are never good. They shouldn't be around here. They're really close to Staddle and Bree. I think we should try and get rid of them because, yeah.
Okay.
Should we let the guards and Staddle know about it, or take care of it
We're on the
ourselves?
lam, man. We don't got time to go back and talk to the guards at Staddle. We're
But
here.
how
I
many
guess
people
we're gonna
are
have
there?
to
Okay,
deal
that's
with
true.
it.
We could end up back in jail again, I guess, if we do that.
Carvet asks, why should we deal with these goblins?
Because goblins.
Right.
Enough said.
All right.
There's weird
That's
things going on in
If we're not careful,
Good.
we're gonna alert the whole camp to our presence. We've already
You
had
guys are
problems
trying to
with these two.
decide what happens. There have been some new goblins that have come up. Everyone roll to see what order you go in.
So we just continued the battle or from last time or again?
Nope, it's been a while since the battle.
Okay.
Roll initiative. Wait, what is initiative? Initiative. Not that one. This one. Initiative is agility.
Oh, I'm not adding agility.
Yeah, you should add
yes,
agility.
your agility for initiative.
Okay, well, it's good.
Well, the GM said don't add anything.
Oh,
Well, I forgot
Yeah.
that. to do.
you said don't add anything. so we're not
GM.
adding anything. So are we not adding, or are we adding?
You are
There's a
adding
snake
agility.
in my boot.
There's a snake in my boot. Yeah, dang, respawn timers.
Or we
Okay,
probably need to add.
so let's see
If
here.
we're adding stuff, that
Earthard.
can't be right now. Are those? Does Terry Edwin have like no agility?
Goblins
Zero?
are
No, I don't have agility.
It's a crappy roll,
Oh.
like me.
And a lot of people don't have
Oh, okay.
agility in the group. So, okay, Earthard,
I see.
you are first up, and you are able to see that there are 4 goblins with swords and daggers that have just come into vision, but they're still a ways away.
They're still a ways away?
It would take you at least a turn to get in range of them. For melee.
Okay. I'm gonna get in range.
Okay. I'm assuming that's what the rest of the party wants to do.
Well, I'm not so sure, but I'll follow along, I guess.
Well,
Okay.
if Earth's running beeline towards them, I'm gonna flank them off to the left.
Okay, so you go off to the left. Everybody else wanting to just follow Earthard?
I'm apparently tripped
Yeah,
in
I'm
a
still
puddle or something.
Eventually, I'll
I'm
follow
hanging
Earth
back.
when I get my boot unstuck from this mud hole.
Yeah.
The bag,
All
the body
right.
bag is still on the ground.
So, Pineleaf, are you joining Earthard up there?
I will follow Aerith. I'd like to make a stealth roll to see if how well I'm noticed by the goblins.
Okay.
This will determine.
What you can use, yep.
Yeah, okay, yeah. The goblins see me. Okay. Never
Okay,
mind.
I'll take your word
Now,
for it.
are these the same spear throwing goblins as before?
No, these guys have swords and daggers.
Swords and daggers.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're
Alright.
bigger probably too.
They are definitely
Save
they have
one
more
for
muscle.
me.
What time of day is it? Are we doing dusk,
This
gloaming?
is nighttime.
Yeah, I
We're
feel like
dead
it's
of night.
nighttime.
You guys broke out
Oh.
of jail at night, and it is still nighttime. It's
Wait,
actually
when we make a movement thing, can we can do like a class skill as well, right?
yeah. You can do an attack in a class, but this time you were just trying to get in range because it was still far enough away to where you
But I
couldn't.
can do two like I can.
We're
Okay,
now
so
at the top of the
I
round again,
couldn't
so
have
you can
done a
do.
class skill at the same time.
We're now at the top of the round again, so you can do an attack and a skill
Then. Okay.
on any of the goblins that you want.
Um, I think. Well, I've got 2 power. I'm going to use one of those for eye for an eye, which is when I sustain damage in combat, I'm going to choose an enemy that's previously attacked me to automatically receive the same amount of damage. So I'm going to activate that.
Has anybody attacked you?
Not yet.
You don't have to attack. This is after the fact, so like if somebody attacks you, you can use that.
I'm going to undo that. I'm going to hit
He hits escape. He backs up.
So in other words, when the goblin hits you, you can use that.
Okay.
You can actually spend a power to use that during the enemy's turn.
All right. Can I use a this is your ward?
Yeah.
Quick tech question. Do we have heal aggro?
Not really, no.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna this hobbit, she's kinda cool. Little goblin screaming hobbit. I'm going to protect this hobbit as best I can this fight.
Okay.
So I'm going to set Pine Leaf as my ward. So basically when I act in defense of my ward, I roll blah 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 blah, do stuff and things.
Yep, you get +1 on your attacks.
Yeah. So first off, I'm going to, I guess, I see Carve going around like the left or whatever.
Mhm.
So I figure he's got the left goblin taken care of. I'm going to take the second to left goblin, and he's still a little ways off, like he's still out of melee range. I'm going to throw my shield at him,
Okay.
straight up.
Roll to
How
see
much-
if you are able to break through him.
So I do what?
You.
Combat skills plus might plus d20.
Yep, you roll to see if you hit him. All right, you have definitely hit him. Now you can check to see how much damage you
2d6.
do. Mhm.
Sorry, 2d6, right?
Yep.
Blink. Oh my.
Or no, not 2d6.
No?
Unless you
That
take
was
a
a shield
skill.
attack. It'd have to be 1d6.
Yep.
1d6?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I'm confused.
So just
Yeah,
take
all,
one of
all
those.
our damage skills as guardians is just 1d6, no matter what weapon you have equipped right now.
Yep, unless you have a skill that says otherwise.
Oh, which I do, because I'm acting in defense of this hobbit. Right?
Yeah, but that only adds +1.
Still.
Yeah. But you can use that. And you actually had to roll to see if you got defense of the ward.
Alright, we'll not do that. I'll just go with that roll.
Okay. Alright, so you do 4 damage to the goblin on the right, you said. So let's see here. He is still very much alive, but you hit him with the shield probably in the neck, and he lost some air out of his himself.
Sounds great.
Alright, and his neck's really hurting. So next up is Trish. If you're around. Trish.
You're never going to stop calling me that, are you?
I'm not. May. It's because in the Hangout it shows you as Trish.
Everybody else you can do. For some reason, I can't. I probably should have just named her Trish. Okay, so gosh, I don't know. I mean, all I've got is a shield, which I really don't know how to use other than in,
You
like
also have your
reflexively.
loot that you picked up from.
I do have my loot. That's right.
Mhm.
I have my loot.
You can do damage or healing all day long.
I can do well. I think damage is definitely what I would want to do.
The hounds
at
are coming!
Goblin.
We better hurry this up!
Aerithert doesn't seem to be hurting at this point, so I think I want to support Aerithert because obviously the goblin's not dead, so I'm going to try to help him with my
With the same goblin.
damage. So yeah, and so which is my is it might?
You have to roll to see if you hit him with might added in.
Oh, I have to see with might. Yeah, okay.
So
That's
a
what I was
d20 with might.
D20 with might. Okay. Let's see, D20.
So she gonna hit him with the loot? She gonna
Okay.
sing at him?
I sing at you, son.
Alright, that is barely enough to be able to hit him. Now roll to see how much damage you do, which is a d4.
It's a D4.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, hold on. And am I modifying it at all? Oh, jeez. Please
Nope.
tell me I'm modifying it.
Nope.
I'm just the most inept elf ever. Maybe
You've never
that's an
been in combat
oxymoron.
before, you
Alright.
don't know.
You actually
Maybe
are
I'm being
able.
redundant here.
You're able to sing a really terrifying song, and it just drains his morale entirely, and the goblin falls over dead.
Awesome!
The elf's got force magic! She
Awesome!
choked him with her
And you guys
voice!
probably wondered if I was going to be of use to you guys with this loot. Check it out!
Great job. All right, it
And
is now
I'm happy
the
to be
other.
able to help my friend Aerithert.
It is now the other three goblins' turn,
Oh.
and May
right.
has moved close enough for ranged damage, which means that the goblins could go up to attack her if they wanted. One of the goblins is
run?
going to try to attack Carve. And they rolled a 12, so they definitely don't hit you. Since they have to get a 19 on you, Carve. And let's see if they can hit. Two of them are going to attack May. One of them does not hit.
Going after the elf witch.
And the other one does not hit either. Apparently they're terrible at rolling dice, those goblins.
Or they're
Alright.
slightly terrified because she just like sucked the life out of a friend.
Stung
The
her
life out of
friend
him.
to death. That's right. Okay, so next up is Pineleaf.
Right. I'm throwing a spear at the nearest goblin.
Okay.
Alright, I think that'll do. 16.
Yep, you hit him. See how much damage you do.
Alright. Is agility added to that or not?
There's nothing added to damage rolls
Oh, nothing added to damage roll. Okay,
currently.
fine.
That might change as you gain levels. Alright, so you are able to take off some of the goblin's eyebrows. And his morale's really disappointed because he just had a spear take off some of his eyebrows. All right. Well, next up is Carve.
Alright. Well, I'm picking whichever's the nearest goblin on the
Yep,
left.
you're on the left, so you got one
Yeah,
right in
so-
front of you. It's not the same one May attacked.
I'll head after the goblin to the left. Rushing in with axe and shield at the ready. And let's see here. That would be D20
Plus might.
plus might and plus skill with weapon, right? Because I'm
Yes.
using a bladed axe.
Yep.
Ugh.
Okay. That
Bog.
is not enough to break through the goblin's armor. Do you want to use one of your power skills, or just move on?
Not at this point.
Yep. Alright, so that leaves the last one in line. It is now your turn, Terry.
I'm picking myself up off the ground and going to join the group.
Okay.
Disentangling from the body bag that I tripped over.
Yep.
From the back. That's what I
That was a
gonna
stupid
say.
idea. Whose idea was that?
And I'm not even gonna have you roll. You're able to join the group, but that does take up your turn.
Yeah.
All right, so we're now back up at the top. So Aerithard.
We still have one goblin, right?
We still have 3 goblins.
Oh, 3 goblins. Oh.
Mhm. One
One
has
with
some
shaved
eyebrows
eyebrows.
missing.
Yeah. And he's probably pissed.
Probably.
Mr. Goblin's got a chink in his armor and a very angry dwarf in front of him.
And Aerithard, you are muted.
That would be why. So 2 goblins are going for May, and then they're on my right, and the goblin to my left's going for Car.
Yeah, and the goblin on the left is a ways away. You could still get there in a turn, though. And so you'd still be able to move and attack him this turn if you wanted.
I'm thinking because the Carve he got or axe shield, he can handle himself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go for the goblins on the right.
All right. I'm
So
assuming you're going to take the same one she attacked.
sure.
Okay.
And picking up my shield, which is now on the ground next to me, and then go and try to smash the nearest goblin in the face.
Okay, roll to see if you hit him.
Okay. Blink. No. I can tell you that right now.
You
Hang
also
on.
have weapon modifier and your...
That's with 2 modifiers.
Oh my god.
Okay, you are not able to hit him.
I think it just totally
Oh,
missed
no.
right past him.
All right, May, you're up next.
Do I have AoE or am I only like one on
You only
one?
have AoE healing. We decided damage is not AoE because
Okay.
just be...
And how? So are they both like they're coming at me like both? They're the same distance from me. Both of
They
them, or
are
is one
both
closer, or
attacking.
what?
One of them is slightly damaged.
One of them is slightly damaged.
Mm-hmm.
That eyebrow injury.
An eyebrow.
That eyebrow thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the slightly damaged one.
Okay.
So I'm rolling. Am I back to D20 again?
Yep, D20 to see if you hit him, plus your might, plus any weapon you have.
How did a minstrel get
What's any
might?
weapon I have?
Because that's an attack roll. You roll
Well-
might with attack. Yep.
Okay, so hold on. And then a weapon. Let's see. I don't have anything about weapons on my
Then you don't add
sheet
anything.
here. Okay, that's easy enough. Oh, you're gonna love this one. This is a great one. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I'm all over this guy. I mean, he's gonna, he's gonna go right
You're not
down.
able to attack anything either. You guys need to get your seconds.
We're in bad shape.
Yeah, man.
This is how the story ends, folks.
All right, it is now
Yeah.
the goblin's turn.
That's how they were all
All
killed by a mom.
3 of them. Okay, let's see here. All right, one of them is able to attack you, May. Let's see how much
Oh,
damage he
great.
does here. Let's see, he gets that.
Fine, attack the healer. That's just fine.
Ooh,
This
he does
guy's-
6 damage.
Oh my.
Ouch.
Yeah, he's able
My
to
gosh.
swing his sword and dagger right into you.
Ow.
So I take my morale down to.
You can take away morale, or you can take away your armor. And keep in mind, if your armor goes away, it'll be easier to hit you. But
don't have
they
any
rolled so
armor.
high on the d20 that I know for a fact they hit you with your current armor. So
Yeah, well, I don't have any. I mean, I don't have any armor. I don't have any armor on my sheet anywhere even, at all.
yeah, you do.
I do.
It's
Hmm.
up at the top right.
It's up at the top next.
Top.
It's to
Oh,
the
there it is. I'm
right
sorry.
from morale. Yeah.
Can I split the difference or no?
Yep.
That's not going to work.
You can split, but keep in mind if you remove armor,
God.
you're easier to hit.
Well, yeah. Well, it's already low enough as it is.
Right. So you probably want to. You have
Um,
like 11 morale, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So
Am
you
I
can just
changing
take
it on my
away.
sheet, by the way, so the current becomes
Yeah. So
the
current
new number?
changes, and you leave max the same just so you can remember what your max is.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm taking it off my morale.
All right. So you now have
All
5
of it.
morale.
Ouch!
Yeah.
Ouch.
Okay. The other one
With the most
tries to
morale.
attack you and is able to hit, and actually is able to do 5 damage.
So I'm
You
dead.
can subtract from your armor.
All right. Okay. I'll take off 3 from the armor, I guess, and I'm armorless. And takes me down to 3 on the morale.
All right. That is very serious stuff.
Sagshine, use the bag. It works better than any of the weapons. Can we keep this bag the rest of the game?
All right, Carve the goblin. The third goblin tries to attack you. He has 17 is his attack roll. So 10 plus your armor, and see if this was high enough to hit.
No. Well, yeah, no. No.
All right. And keep in mind if it is a tie, it goes to the attacker.
Yeah, no, he did not. I'm a heavily
Yep.
armored dwarf.
You rolled really well. All right, so it is now next in line. Let's go ahead and go on to Pine Leaf, right?
All right, I am throwing another spear at the same goblin.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Well, it's at least a 21. So
Okay, you hit.
All right. Let's see.
If you roll a natural 20, then you are able to do double damage.
Oh, double damage then? Oh, this is
Mhm.
gonna be fun.
If you roll the 20 before modifiers.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, actually, you said double damage. Oh, roll into not
You
do
roll
what
one
we did.
dice and double it.
Okay, because I'm used to D&D where you
But
roll
if you roll
twice.
2, you can just take that too.
Okay. Let's see.
But in the future, you'll do double.
All right. Let's see. All right. What else? Okay. What did you? All right. So we will. All right. That'll be 7 then. Okay.
Okay, you are able to kill that goblin. Describe how you do it.
Yay!
Well, there is going to be this sphere that is currently sticking in its throat and pinning it into the marsh.
Oh, nice. So it not only is dead, but it's drowning dead.
Yes.
All right. So next up is Carve, right?
Carve already went.
Miss
No,
Oh,
Terry.
no, there was the goblin.
Carve's turn.
Okay.
No, that was the last round. We're back around again, aren't we?
Yeah, we're back around again.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've got a goblin that's attacked me, so I'm going to attack him back. And I've already damaged his armor, so I'm going to whack him again. Jerk.
All right. You are able to hit him.
Yay! Damage! I'm mad because the last last blow wasn't so effective.
All right.
Golden Ire is up.
He is barely still alive, but how do you hit him?
I'm going to take my little hatchet and I aim for the chink of his armor between his neck and his shoulder. And I smash it down as hard as I can, yanking down on it to try to rip open his armor for a killing blow.
Oh man, you are so close to getting a killing blow, but just barely did not. So this goblin is almost dead.
Is he bleeding out?
He is bleeding heavily, but there is no bleed damage on him.
No dot? Oh.
Nope. All right, Terry, your turn.
How many goblins are left?
There is one that's attacking May, and then there's one that is almost dead attacking Car.
I'm gonna go after the one attacking the elf.
Okay.
Priorities, yo.
Well, she's a defenseless little forest critter. Or something. Hello.
All right, you are definitely able to hit him. Let's see how much you do. If that was a natural 20, you can do double damage.
Yeah, it was.
Wow. All right, you kill him.
Wow.
Tell us how.
So this time there's no war cry or anything. Terry just comes running up from sort of nowhere because she was way back there, and ching ching, goblin in 3 pieces.
Signature goblin death move.
That's right. That's Terry's signature.
One blade goes this way, one blade goes that way, and the goblin goes in all the ways.
All right, so that goblin is dead. There's still one with 1 morale. Aerithard, it is your turn.
So I'm facing to the right, and there's this one goblin behind me. I see Terry, Shing Shing, elf go flying in pieces. I've got my shield in my hand. That's just
No, the goblin went flying. The elf is fine.
Yeah,
Well,
is the elf went flying?
Fine, but she's not in 3 pieces.
Yeah, you said the elf went flying. I don't know. I
The elf
laughed
went
when
flying in a sudden rapture of joy and relief at the near.
Well, she is a minstrel. She's had her first battle. Not dead. The goblin friends, please hear my call.
What have I gotten myself into? And then I got my shield and I throw it at the other goblin that carved just with its axe and
Okay, see if you hit him.
thing. So that should be bump 13 and
Yep.
You hit him,
Yeah.
right?
I
And
did.
he only has 1 morale, so you kill him. Tell us how.
Ooh.
Decapitating what's left of his head with my shield, which narrowly misses
Right.
Carves and lodges in a tree.
The shield rips past Carv's head and lodges itself into the neck that was already severely damaged due to my blow, severing its jugular, causing it to bleed out and die on the floor.
It was an awesome throw.
Taken to the mire.
All right.
Another one, it would have bounced off and hit that goblin too.
Are they all dead now? Are they all
They
gone
are
now?
all dead now. Is there anything you guys want to say to each other?
I'm looking around for more
heal
goblin
us.
fires. I'm looking around.
I want
for
to see if
more
I can
goblin
heal
fires.
myself.
I love how he's not even mad at me for throwing his shield, almost decapitating him. Whatever
I
works.
don't want to get attacked again. I'm already looking around for the next threat.
Well, I'm going to recover my spears.
All right, you recover your spears.
And
I'm
I
guessing-
suggest that some of you maybe see if any of these goblin weapons are useful.
It's a good
Yeah, I'm
idea.
gonna see. Let's see if there's any loot we can get off the goblins. Do they happen to have any money at all, or any nice slimes? I guess that might fetch a high price.
I'm
somewhere.
looking around for some like fetid stench or maybe some goblin ears I can trade later.
All right,
Goblin
well,
ears are real
rusty
popular with the
swords.
women of Bree.
as you guys know pretty well, looting goblins doesn't give you much. But you do get total per person. You get about 20 copper pieces, and you also get some goblin scabbards. And you actually notice a side quest, pop-up quest, come up to collect to collect 8 of those. You guys have 4 out of 8.
Is that a group thing or is that an individual thing?
That is a group. Well, that's individual. Each of you have to collect. I mean, you got 4 off of them, so it's a group. Like you have 4
let's make
out
a
of
group.
8.
Let's just make them group.
Yep,
Can I
you
see
got
if
4
I
out
can
of 8.
heal myself, or is that not?
You
a
can,
thing?
because we're at
How
the.
far back are those 2 goblins that we passed earlier and killed?
They're pretty close because this is basically near the
Okay,
same.
we're gonna go loot them too then.
Yeah, let's loot them too.
Okay, you get.
DJ says we should find a stack of map shenanigans.
What is this goblin holding, I say?
That wouldn't be a bad idea. That's kind of out of the way.
You get
There's some vendors
10.
at the fairgrounds.
You guys are able to get 10 more copper from those, and you are able to get 2 more scabbards. Why the scouts had scabbards, I don't know.
Even the goblins don't use those maps.
So finally, is there anything you want to say to the party?
You mean other than that, it's after 11?
Oh, I know. We're almost done.
Ooh, let's see.
Or the party say to you.
We survived, you guys. We worked pretty well together.
Well,
Sorry about the bag, Miss Needles.
Oh, she's all polite now.
well.
Didn't say something nice when she stuck the bag over his head. Go ahead. It's dark, it's late. I haven't
So
eaten.
sorry. Come on.
When I haven't eaten,
All
things
right,
get
all
blurry.
right, all right. What time is it right now? I
It is
mean, in
time
game.
to be logging out, Pineleaf. So you guys are happy that you were able to break through this first defense of the camp. And as Carv said, you guys are probably going to keep attacking next week. But that is the end of this first week, so you guys all get a skill point.
Are we going to
For
be
the end.
Ooh, we get a
making a
skill
camp
point?
of
Or
any
a
kind?
XP point for the party, sorry.
Oh.
Yep.
So I did my healing rolls while you guys were talking, and I did roll enough to heal myself, and I rolled a 5.
Alright,
So
you
what does that
regain
mean?
5.
Oh, so it's actual 5 points. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Party XP 1.
Alright, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for watching our first episode. When we return,
Do we make a
Hey.
camp? Or do we just log out standing in the middle of nowhere?
Of course, we're
That's up to
logging
you.
out, standing in the middle of nowhere.
I think, okay, just a thought. I mean, I'm not an experienced adventurer or anything, but where these goblins are, if we wake up tomorrow morning, there's probably going to be another 4 goblins exactly like them. While it would be great for our quest, which we want to get more scabbards,
we head
should
back
probably
to
move somewhere
Erether's
safe.
stash or someplace where Erether's stash was or something.
You guys can, since we're near the end of the show, you can walk far enough away to where you won't pull those guys aggro next time.
Okay, I think
And
that's a good idea.
also, just so you guys know, that's people don't respawn in this world.
Well, they might have siblings.
They might have other goblins that come on patrol to figure out why they didn't check
Additional
in.
patrol.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you guys move off to the side, and you are far enough away that you don't think that the goblin camp can see you, but you do see a goblin camp in the distance. And that's where we leave off.
All right, given that the Midgewater has these
I
little
gotta share.
busted up.
I gotta share what Barnabas Took said in the chat. Poor goblins, they were just going for a late night stroll, and a bunch of freaks with a bag top and started attacking them.
That's very true. They
And
technically
it's
did not
11
attack you
p.m.
guys
Pineleaf
first.
trips on a rock and runs himself through with a spear.
Oh, man. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching our first episode. When we return, we'll find out what the party does next. But till then,
Dun, dun, dun.
thank you guys so much, and we'll see you again for more Tales of the Free Folk next
I'm liking this throne
in 2
shit.
weeks.
You're liking this what?